Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm an addict. I want to go ahead and do our April the 30th spiritual principle of day in a meditation. How are you doing out there? Are you ready for this day? Are you ready for this meditation? I hope you are. I have a feeling it's going to be marvelous. Let's look at it. April 30th, the value of consistency. Sounds interesting. When we attend meetings regularly, people get to know us and see us over time. That comes from the Living Clean book, chapter 2, Connection to Others. The principle of consistency offers great benefits at any phase in our recovery, even though how it might look in practice evolves over time. Early on, consistency tends to mean a meeting a day for the first 90 days, as our basic text suggests. A likely outcome of completing a 90 and 90 challenge is knowing and being known by quite a few other NA members. Making ourselves visible in this way exposes our disease to people who see it for what it is. The compassion, concern, and care we receive from other members is a vital part of knowing we are not alone, especially in recovery. Consistency allows people to know and care for us, and it can save our lives. The value of practicing consistency changes the longer we're around. Our lives improve, and we are able to practice consistency in other areas, in a service, family relationships, friendships, and any other place we go. Those of us who were able to show up physically for our family and friends find over time that we are able to be more fully present in the spaces we inhabit. I used to just send someone who looked like me, one speaker recalled. My family got a person with my face, my eyes, my smile. But behind all that was empty. Showing up for real in NA taught me how to bring the real me to other places I go. I'm not sending the imposter anymore. The magic of consistency in NA goes beyond just showing up. Simply dragging our body to meetings on a regular basis, whether that's daily or slightly less often, wouldn't be enough on its own. Something special happens in our meetings, though. We see and recognize each other beyond the surface level. We hear others share and we relate. We share with others and tell on our disease. Consistency keeps us from going back into hiding, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Our recovery depends on it. Simply having my butt in a seat at a meeting won't keep me clean, rather, or magically make me recover. But it's a darn good place to start. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the serenity prayer. Excuse me. Serenity prayer now. Thank you, God. Grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. The value of consistency. We're talking about doing something over and over and over and expecting better results, right? We're not talking about the insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We're actually expecting good results from doing the right thing over and over and over, being consistent about our recovery, showing up on a daily basis, not with our imposter but with our full being present and connected to the moment in time that we're in. How fully present are you? How fully present are you when you go into a meeting and you're sitting there? Are you ruminating about the day's experience or uh, having a resentment with someone, some situation, some regret of the past, and you barely even hear what people are sharing? I've done it. I've dragged me and my mask, my imposter, into a meeting, sat down, and didn't hear a word, not a single word. Well, maybe take that back. I heard that one person that was on my nerves. I heard them with the ears of contempt and disdain and disgust. And I heard them sharing with the intent that I'm about to check you in my share. I'm about to let you know the information that you need. I'm about to cross share as soon as you get done. No, 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 not as soon as you get done. I'll let one or two people share in between my share after your share, but I'm coming for you. I heard everything that you said, and I know that you were talking about me. So the imposter would show up and be quiet and barely even present until the person I had a resentment with start to open their mouth. Oh, I got you. Let me sit back and chill out and act like I'm just listening to you. Let a couple other people share, and then boom, an explosion. TNT, right? C4, I'm coming for you, right? How immature. Sit down, be quiet. That is so immature. And it's not conducive to the atmosphere of recovery. So I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about the recovered version of you, right? I'm talking about the recovered version of Mighty Stream that shows up in the meeting and gives my undivided attention to every single person that shares. I don't know half of them, but the ones I do know, I may have some issue with them. But that has absolutely nothing to do with them. Absolutely nothing to do with them. It has to do with my intolerance, right? We're told that three spiritual principles are indispensable, right? Honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. I need to work the how of this program with every person, with every meeting. Go find it just for today for October 25th. Read October 25th, talking about principles before personalities, and digest October 25th into your system, right? So consistency is more about me showing up, doing the same positive thing, with the same recovery thing over and over and expecting better, better results. Not just good. Come on, you can do it. Not just good results, better results. You know why? Because you're fully invested, you're fully engaged, you are totally present, you're taking responsibility for your recovery, you're cleaning your side of the street, you're minding your business, you're coming present, ready, willing, and able to be a part of the we of this program. I think we're like 630 something people now. You know how the percentage of those individuals that subscribe, that actually listen on a day-to-day basis? A very small percentage, right? If 10% of 630 is 63, barely even 10% of the subscribers of this podcast actually listen. Barely. At most 15%, right? They weren't able to keep showing up on a daily basis and expecting better results. The people that actually engage with me on a day-to-day basis, they're participating in their recovery. They're getting the thoughts, the experience, strength, and hope of an old timer. I ain't the oldest old timer because my sponsor got like 39 going on 40 years. I'm not the oldest old timer. But in this area, I'm an old timer, right? The people that keep showing up, that 10%, 10, 15% that keep showing up for their recovery on a day-to-day basis, listening to the experience, strength, and hope of an experienced member that is willing to continue to be of service, get messages all day long about how they benefit just from hearing another person expound on the same thing that they want to read or do every day. Participate reading this literature together. That's one example. That's one example of doing the same positive thing over and over and expecting better results. I've been told that for some people, it's almost like having a relationship with a sponsor every day, even though that's not my intent to sponsor folk. I am of service so that we can experience the beauty of this program together. I love it when you hit the like button. I love it when you leave me a comment in the middle of my hectic day and I sneak over to, right, my phone and I look at the responses, and sometimes I can only have enough time between clients to put a heart up. But I try to go back and make a full comment and let you know I see you. I see that you value consistency. I see you. Thank you for participating in my life because every day is not a beautiful day. Every day is not a wonderful day naturally. I make it beautiful. I make it wonderful, but so do you. When we engage each other, do you know how much energy I get off of that? Man, please. The we of this fellowship is the best high I could ever have had. I love you guys so much. Please, please, today, be mindful. Be mindful to be present, not just consistent, but wherever your feet are, wherever your heart is, let's put it like that, because not everybody got feet, right? Wherever you show up, wherever you're at, and your heart is beating, that beating heart, put your hand on your heart and just say, I'm so thankful that I'm present today. I can actually feel my heartbeat, right? And be present wherever you are in that moment. Connect all of you. Don't detach. Don't depersonalize. Don't do any of that disassociation stuff. Be present. Mind, body, and soul. Give your undivided attention in that moment to whatever you're engaging. And prayerfully, it's positive energy. It's positive. When people bring me chaos and nonsense, I acknowledge that that's how they're feeling. I don't dismiss them. I often will tell them, I'm sorry you feel like that. Man, so how are you surviving that? Right? I flip the script so fast. I am present with them. I don't dismiss it. I ask them, how are you surviving that? That is a lot. Man, I can't even believe you standing here able to tell me this. That is a lot. Do you know my old self? I would have been down for the count. I would have took a knee, right? That's a boxing term, right? I would have took a knee by now. How are you enduring this? I want to hear this. And if I'm on a time schedule, I'll say I only got a few minutes, but I would love to hear how you are dealing with this. And I listen to them. 5 minutes or so. Man, I gotta get going, but you want to get a coffee later? You want me to call you later? Some people are shocked by that. Mighty String gonna call me to talk about something. Yep, I sure am. My life depends on giving back what was freely given to me and being consistent with it. You know, when I was doing the serenity prayer, I'm gonna tell you something. I started to laugh because the reading ended with this cuss word in it, right? And I try to figure out who all of us wrote this. So I had to take responsibility. Why did we decide to end it like that? We're doing so good reading all of that. And for a person that is a recovering cusser, right, that can relapse any moment, any day. I get so irritated when I see that. So when I said the serenity prayer, I was thinking, God, grant me the serenity to accept this meditation. And I had to stop myself and remember what I was trying to say. And I was just giggling inside, like, child, you are so crazy. You are cray cray. Right? I was thinking that. Hmm. My name is Mighty Stream. I love you so much. I want for you to have a beautiful day on purpose. I know you can do it. You driving to work and you listening and you thinking to yourself, man, how is it she can share such an experience, strength, and hope and hit the nail on the head day after day after day? Let me tell you something. I'm not in your emails. I'm not following you around. I'm sharing my true, authentic, organic experience, strength, and hope. The reason why you're driving and listening and identifying, right? Check this out. It's just take a second and I'm going to let you go. The reason why you're able to identify is because we cut from the same cloth. We are recovering addicts. We are addicts in recovery, and we're grateful. And we believe in the principle of consistency. That's why we keep meeting. But it could be an addict from overseas. It could be you sharing your experience, strength, and hope. We have a lot of similarities. And that's what's bringing us together so that we do recover. Have a beautiful day on purpose. God willing, I'm going to be talking to you. Check this out. On May 1st, we're wrapping up the month of April together. And I can't think of a better group of people to do it with. Talk to you tomorrow.